Is it the height of folly to expect the wish to be realized by the mere passage of time? That's Neville Goddard. Months affirming, visualizing, waiting, and he'd tell you the waiting is the problem, not the proof. Waiting and persisting are two different things, and the leak in yours probably isn't doubt. It's that you keep checking. I'm Alan, almost 10 years of getting up and doing the same small thing before I could see it working. This is 5 minutes of recovery. So let's talk about why your manifestations take so long. And I don't mean that as a comfort. There's a mechanical reason, and Novell named it a long time ago. He wrote a whole chapter on just this, called it persistence. And in it, it is not enough to feel yourself into the state of the answered prayer. You must persist in that state, not visit it, persist in it. He goes further. Your assumption to work at all can't be one isolated act. It's got to be maintained attitude. Maintained meaning that you did it Sunday, that it felt so powerful. That wasn't the practice. That was day one of the practice. And here's the part that got me. This is the leak nobody points at. Neville said, don't sit there wondering if it's really out there of the old state. Don't wonder if it's true yet. Give all your attention to the assumption that it already is. Because every time you check, you got to step outside the state and look at it. And looking at it is leaving. So the leak, no doubt, checking. And I know that one personally because the one thing I've ever done without checking is the thing that changed me the most. I stole from stores and businesses for years, more than I can ever add up, more than I can ever hand back. And I couldn't exactly walk into a department store and announce I'd lifted 10 grand of their stuff 20 something years ago. Here I am, lock me up. That's not a repair, that's a headline. So I sat down with my sponsor because that's what we do. And we put a number on it. What I figured I owed all told. And then I found a charity I believe in, and every single month a piece of money comes out of my account and goes to it. I don't claim it, I don't write it off, I don't tell the soul. Almost 10 years, except now, you guys, almost 10 years now. And here's the part that matters. I couldn't tell you the total. I stopped keeping score on that a long time ago. Sit with that a second because I had to. The one thing in my life I stopped measuring is the one thing that did the most work on who I am. And it's not discipline. I'm not disciplined. I'm the guy who smashed the crack pipe on the ground at 6 in the morning, swearing on everything I was done. And by dinner, I was mad for breaking it because now I had to go buy a new one. That's the man we're talking about. So it isn't discipline. It's that I finally did the one thing where there was nothing to watch, no number, no feedback, nothing to refresh. And a thing with nothing to watch is a thing you can't leave by looking at it. Here's a line that Bell closed on. Last thing he said on it. Assume you are that which you wish to be. Walk as though you were it. And as you remain faithful to your assumption, it will harden into fact. Harden like concrete. And concrete doesn't set because you pour it. It sets because you left it alone. Every time you go poke and see if it's hard yet, you're the reason it isn't, which is where this and the step work landed in the exact same spot. One day at a time was never a slogan for getting through a rough afternoon. The mechanism is how a thing hardens. Nobody in those rooms ever told me to go check if the steps were working. They told me do them again tomorrow. That's the whole instruction. And I'll say this too. The fast stuff's losing its grip out there. Manifest it in 24 hours, manifest it overnight. People are tired of it. And what's coming up behind it finally got a name. They call it slow manifestation. Made me laugh when I heard it. We've had a name for that for a long time. So here's what I want you to try. And it's uncomfortable in a very specific way. Pick one thing, one practice, one assumption. Put a date on the calendar, 30 days out, and refuse to check before you get there. No scanning your life for evidence, no wondering if it's working, no going back through your week hunting for signs. You do the thing, you leave it alone, you do it again tomorrow. And I'll tell you how it's going to feel so it doesn't scare you off. It's going to feel like nothing happened. It's supposed to. Novell said nothing takes it from you but your own failure to keep imagining it done. Nothing out there is going to take it from you, only the quitting. This one landed. Go watch the other one I put up this week, Law of Assumption versus Law of Attraction. This one's about staying in the state. That one's about getting into the right state to begin with. And you want them both in that order. And the free step work companions down in the description. If you want the clearing side laid out plain, work it with a sponsor though. That's not me being cute. That's the part that makes it work. Live it today, then get up tomorrow and live it again. That's it for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. And always remember, recovery is just the beginning.